Davin, welcome in, head coach at Grambling State University. Thanks for joining us this morning. How are things going so far this year for your team?
It's going solid. I think the record-wise for us is not where we want to be, but I think that we're playing a pretty good brand of baseball that's going to allow us to get better throughout the year. For us, it's now these non-conference games is kind of building, lineup and kind of seeing what guys can do so we get ready for conference play, man, get ready rocking and rolling.
Hey, Davin, look, there's nothing like playing the actual game and being part of the actual game. But you said during break you got in there early and you're sitting in there and it's kind of quiet. It's kind of nice. How enjoyable is that for you to kind of come into a setting and you're soaking it in and the boys are going to start rolling in during the course of the day to get some work in?
Listen, I think that's huge. When you have a program and you're trying to create an atmosphere and an environment and a culture of winning, I think one of the things is, man, getting guys who are going to buy into being tough-minded and working hard.
Now, what does this opportunity mean for you and your school and for recruiting and awareness? I mean, you're going to be on the network here, 7:30 on Friday, taking on Florida A&M. What does this opportunity at the Andre Dawson Classic mean for you and your program?
Everything. It means everything. It gives us an opportunity, obviously, to gain exposure for our university and our program. It allows the kids that we're recruiting to see that, man, we play a really good brand of baseball, what uniforms we wear, the shoes we wear, the culture we have, the style of play we have. All these things are really, really beneficial to our kids and to our culture and to our recruiting and to getting kids to buy into our Grambling philosophy. And also it gives the kids, not only us the exposure, but the time that we're in with name, image, and likeness. It gives those kids a chance to go out and present their brand. You know what I mean? So this is big for our players. It's big for our university. Obviously, Grambling is a big brand and we have a big name. But, man, we want to go out on national TV, play well. Obviously, we're playing against FAMU, who are the defending champs. So, we got our work cut out for us. But, man, being in this environment and being on national TV is everything for our program, man, and we're going to make the best of it.
Yeah, so, Davin, talking about recruiting a little bit, and there's this thing now in the college sports world of the transfer portal. Good, bad, and different. It is what it is. I know it's new, or is it too early to tell how that affects your program?
I think for us, and when I get this question all the time, it's just, I don't worry about losing kids. Obviously, we work with the transfer portal. We're getting kids in. The guys we're probably going to start on Friday night. Randy Reyes is a transfer portal kid that we got as a graduate student. But we haven't had problems with losing kids because I think our culture is good, man. We love these kids in spite of, man. And I think that's the big thing for us. But the transfer portal is here to stay, man, and it's going to be something that's going to be challenging for every program across the country.
Would you also consider that a success for the year, or maybe the success for 4 years, if your transfer portal outgoing is less than it is incoming because what you've established there and the kids want to be a part of it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, when you want kids to buy into it, obviously we're not in the same culture that we were before, where kids are staying 3, 4 years. But, man, if you can get a kid to develop in your program, I think that's big. And that's one of the things that we want to do. We want our kids to develop in our program. Listen, man, baseball is really, really hard, but life is harder. So, we're trying to teach these kids life lessons to get them ready for probably the greatest game of them all. That's the game of life. That's the game we play now. You get bills, you got kids, all that type of stuff right there. So we want to get them prepared for that. And if we can do that, I think we've done a good job.
Davin, you played at Grambling State 2002 through 2005. How has the game changed, and how has the program changed, the facilities from then until now?
I think the change, especially from the facility-wise, man, we've had renovation in our locker room. We've had renovations on our field. Way different from when I played. We are a Tier 1 Adidas school now, where we get this Tier 1 Adidas gear, man. So our kids are kind of laid out in the stuff that they're capable of wearing and the gear they have. And then obviously the schedule that we play is way different from the schedule that I played. The ability to be able to have the player development side of it, where our kids can go inside a covered cage and hit even when it's raining, be indoors even when it's cold. So much has changed from that aspect of it, man, that allows these guys to be better baseball players and also allow them to have every opportunity to be better baseball players. So it's a lot different from when I played, man. We didn't have all these. Matter of fact, these guys are spoiled.
Yeah. Well, Davin, listen, really appreciate it. We hope that you continue to develop players and more names reach that board behind you right there, players that have been drafted from the school there. And so all the best of luck to you this year. Safe travels, good health, and great success.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys having me on, man. Go Grambling. Thank you.
All right.